Greetings, this is Arudo Jumbo. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to install PrestaShop. It's an e-commerce platform, and it's free and open source. It's based on PHP. So what you do need, obviously, when you have something that's e-commerce, actually any website these days, you should really have also an SSL certificate. So because I'm going to be installing this locally, I actually don't need, I can use a self-signed certificate, which I already set up previously. I've also shown you guys how you can create your own self-signed certificates. I've done several whenever I'm creating apps, so you can look at those videos, or you can just go to jumbo.com here. You can either click the search and just type SSL or open SSL. There will be, or certificate, yeah, there will be lots of results. For example, I'll just show you right now. If I type here, just type SSL, you can see there's a whole bunch of generator self-signed certificate. This is actually a pretty good one for Android, but you can obviously use that for your anything else, and obviously that's how you do that. So PrestaShop, you can download it from PrestaShop.com. I'll show you that website in a second. Basically, one of the reasons I do like a platform like PrestaShop is you can simply just download it, create the database, and obviously as long as you have some type of HTTP server, that could be either Nginx or Apache, and obviously a database could be MariaDB or MySQL, and obviously PHP extensions for to run the web server, you're good to go. That's literally all you need. So obviously, as I said, the MySQL or compatible database such as MariaDB and its PHP MySQL extension. And then you can manage everything on the command line, or you can also do it in PHPMyAdmin. I've done a review. Maybe I should do a separate review of PHPMyAdmin. I'll probably do that, but you can easily go and create, and I'll show you how to do that as well. I'll do it on the command line first, and then that way we'll be able to do the same thing on the, we'll be able to do the same thing with the, in PHPMyAdmin. So, if you're doing it on the command line, I do have, you can expand the source code and get the source code for the MySQL or MariaDB equivalent. I think there's another one called Pecona. There might be other forks as well. But yeah, that's the commands will work as long as it's a MySQL compatible database. Just a quick reminder that every day I'm hosting a live stream. You simply go to jumbo.com, then you go to watch live. Then you can see, for example, this is the current one we're doing. It says install PrestaShop Online Store on Odyssey, and then you can see the approximate date and time. So when you click it, what will happen is at the top here you get a little snippet about the actual date and time, and then you can click here to actually go, and then you'll be able to participate live. You can ask questions, and I'll answer them while I'm performing the live stream. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Okay, so I opened up the PrestaShop here. So what you need to do is you need to go and download PrestaShop. So it goes to the PrestaShop, hyphen project.org, and you simply go to the downloads, and you see here it says latest reviews, latest releases, sorry. So if you go there, and it takes you to the GitHub page, and you see it's PrestaShop, so you know this is legit. And as of 2025 in spring, they have this one, beginning of spring anyway, they have this one which was released on February 20th. It's 8.2.1. So if you scroll down, you can see all the improvements and the bug fixes. So if you go down here, you see they have a zip file, and you can also get the source code. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get the zip file here. Because that will be, and it looks like they're working on a better version for 9.0, but this one we have is 8.21 is fine. So you just simply, you see the URL down here on the bottom left. You can click it to download and just put it into your folder. So I'm just going to do it in the command line, but that's how you do it if you're using a GUI. You just click on it and it will automatically start downloading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our folder and get on the command line. I'll show you what our folder looks like. So that's our folder. I'm going to open up a command line here, and what I'll do is I'll zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to use wget. You can use curl, any other downloader. So I'll just say wget. I'll zoom in here so you can see what I'm typing. And remember that URL I copied from the GitHub page. So it saved, see PrestaShop, this one here. Now, because it's on a local machine, I can simply right click on this to, also, I can extract it, or I can simply, because it's a zip file, I can simply just unzip it here on a command line as well. So a command line. So you see what happens is when you do that, it will extract it here. So that's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything related to, actually no, I will not. So what I can do is, what I should have done, I should have made a folder. I'll call it PrestaShop 8.2.1. Oh, it doesn't matter, just call it PrestaShop. Okay, so I made a folder called PrestaShop. I'm going to do that same thing again. So what I'll do is I'll move the zip file. I can move all of them, so it's up to you how you want to do. Actually, I'll do it both ways. So I'll just move everything. So I'll move the index PHP file, the install, and what's the other one? The PrestaShop. There's a couple of things PrestaShop. So I'll just move everything there, and I'll move it into PrestaShop, the folder I just created. So you see here, this is the folder. So because I've already unzipped it, I can simply just create my database and run it. But so I'm going to do this again. So another way is, obviously, if I had created the folder first, I could have moved this file inside it. So here, I'll do it now doing the GUI. Okay, so I just here, and I simply click where's extract. Extract. And so it created 8.21. It created a folder called 8.21. Inside that folder, it has all this same stuff. So I do like this folder, so I'm just going to use this folder instead. Put it in here, and just delete this one. So you see it's PrestaShop 8.2.1. So that's fine. So I'll go inside this folder. I don't have to go inside it, but I will, just to make things a little bit easier. Yeah, so cd PrestaShop. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do now is we can actually just install our PrestaShop, but instead what I'm going to do is I am going to so this if we go to this URL, it will give us instructions how to do it. But actually, let's I know I need to create a database. So since I'm on the command line, I want to finish up on the command line. So what I'll do is I'll just create a database here. So MySQL root. Okay. Oh, I forgot to start the database. So start MariaDB and systemctl start httpd. I'm in Fedora, by the way. Now if I run that command again, yeah, I should be able to enter my password. See, I'm inside here. So what I need to do is I need to create a database. So it's create, make sure I'm recording here, checking the chat. Yes. So nobody's chatting yet. It's fine. So create database. So create database, PrestaShop 82. Okay, so the database has been created. Then I need to create a user. Create user PrestaShop 82 user at localhost identified by, so this is where you put the password. Okay, Okay, so the user has been created. Now what I need to do is I need to grant access to that database to this user. So we'll simply grant all privileges on PrestaShop 82 to PrestaShop 82 user at localhost. Okay, so that's fine. And then in some older databases, you do always need to flush the privileges. So I'll just do that. Okay, so that's done. And now I can exit out of here. We don't need the command line anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the I'm going to open here, and now first I'll go to phpMyAdmin. So it's localhost. I believe it's localhost. Yeah, phpMyAdmin. So the user was PrestaShop user and PrestaShop password. Oh, it's 82. Oops, spelled that wrong. So it was PrestaShop 82 user. I don't know what I put here for the password. PrestaShop 82. I hope that's what I did. Oh no, okay. I must have. I know it's. Yeah, okay. So this must be correct, and this one is PrestaShop. Hope that I spelled it right. Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. So as you can see here, there's only one database, and the fact that I'm able to log in, that means that I do have access to only this database for this particular user. So what I was saying in phpMyAdmin, obviously this is a restricted one, but you would simply go to, there would be you see here there will be a users, you create a new user, and then you could also create so you see I don't have privileges to create databases, but if I logged in as a root user, which I'm going to do in a second, you see I'll be able to create it, and I'll prove that to you as well. So I'll log in as the root user or super user. You see now, I don't need that. So what I can do is I can go to databases. You see I can create a new database if I want. See create database name here. A much better, a faster option is if using phpMyAdmin is to go to user accounts. And then here you can create a new user. Where's new user? Yeah, here, add new user account. So you go add new user, and then you can put the, for example, username here. You can pick a local host or a particular IP address or something, or a domain. Then you can have it generate a password for you here, generate password, or you can put your own password there. And then you see it says here, create database with the same name and grant all privileges. So you can do that as well here. And then, so this is the way to do it in the GUI. Or if you already created the database first, you can grant all privileges to the wildcard name. So whatever the username is, it'll be the same as the as that. And then don't use these global privileges unless you're creating a new like root type user. So then you simply just scroll down and you click go, and then it will create the user and the database if applicable, if you click on one of these options. So let me log out of here. Okay, so as I was saying is that if we go to our page, I think it's a jumboshow.log, here we go, and it's PrestaShop, see the name, it's a glare here, oh, PrestaShop _ 8.2.1, okay, it's PrestaShop _ 8.2.1. So if I go here, you see it's installing PrestaShop. You see that? Then it will come here. So it loads up that index.php file is just the installer. So you see it created, if we actually go here, you see it created all these files now for us. You see all these files here. It created all of these files for us. And there's an install folder, I believe. here, install folder. That didn't exist before. Okay, so obviously I'm going to leave it in English. Click next. The license agreement. So this one is an open source. It uses the OSL 3.0 license. And then the models and themes are licensed under the AFL 3.0 license. So there's two licenses, just be aware of that. So there's the core files, the source code, and then there's another license for the themes and modules. That basically means even things like, say, icons and all that. There's a different license as well. So you can read the what the license is. You see it and find out if you agree, and see the grant of the open source license, grant of patent license, and all that. So you do need to agree. And then you see some project modules may submit public and technical information above your store to PrestaShop project for analytic purposes. To learn more and make an informed choice, next read this article. So you can go and read that. Okay, next. Now it's going to check if our, the system compatibility test passed, obviously, so it went right to the store name. So this one, I'll just call it the username. I'll say Jumbo Show. Main activity, let's see here. I'll say services. What country am I in? The UK. Let me see if they have Soviet Kazakhstan here. Let me see, type it in here. Soviet, oh, what's another name to spell Soviet Kazakhstan? Oh, there we go. Okay, and that's fine. Enable, so you can click, I'm surprised that you can click a no, so I'll click yes. You should have an SSL certificate if you're going to have some type of e-commerce site. So my first name is Edward, and last name, and the email address is the one we created before, jumboshow.local. So a password, it wants us to create a password. Okay. Is this the admin? Oh, the store password. I guess that's the admin password, so that's fine. So next. So it can install demo products, or it can install the demo module. So I'm going to leave this checked. Obviously, if you're customizing your cart, you click no, and then you can select which ones you want to install. So I'll just leave the default, so just for the purpose of this tutorial. And so this is the content area here, so click next. And the system configuration, so the database, obviously, remember we changed it to localhost. You saw the IP address here, which is a localhost IP address. So if I was creating the specific database user, I could have used that one as well. So database name, I can't remember what I called it. I think it was PrestaShop 82. Yeah, I think it was PrestaShop. Yeah, I think database was 82. Yeah, you see, I wouldn't recommend logging in as root. You should always create a specific database user for the database. This way, if you get compromised, let's say somebody guesses the password, so the only thing that will be compromised will be this install, basically not you, because if it's your root has, as you saw when I logged in PHP admin, as root, I have access to all the other database, so you don't want that. So this one I believe was PrestaShop user, and the password, this one I think I do remember. Yeah, and the table prefix, you can change it. I just leave it as default. That's up to you, and you can drop. So if you're doing like an upgrade, or maybe you're overriding, maybe you made a mistake and you need to reinstall, so you can also drop the existing tables and you create new ones. So I'm going to test the database connection just to make sure my credentials are correct here. So it says database server is not found. I probably made a mistake, and most likely place I made the mistake is probably PrestaShop 82. Huh. Probably here the password. Server not found. It's definitely localhost. Here, I'm going to log back into PHP my admin because Let me see if I have the, oh yeah, I closed the command line, so I can't see what commands I typed. So let's go back to localhost and phpMyAdmin. So this was PrestaShop user 82. Oh, I think I got it. I think I know what the password is now. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so next. So it's creating database tables. Remember when I logged into phpMyAdmin, there were no database tables, so it's creating them now. And then it's creating the default store and languages. I think I chose English. It's populating the database tables. It's configured the store information. Now it's installing the theme, which is the default theme for 8.2.1. Actually, I'm wondering if we can actually take a look at what's going on here. So here are the modules. And this was obviously created after when we I think the store information or content somewhere there. So now it's installing the demonstration data, and it's post installation script. So the installation seems to have been fine. There we go. So it's done. So it says for security purposes you must delete the install folder. So this is the install folder because you don't want to reinstall it again. So what I'll do is I'll just follow the thing and delete that. And this is just an HTML file. So for example, if I go here and just drag and drop it here, you see it just basically it redirected to here, and then it explains how to install PrestaShop. And see, some things I disagree. See here, they say you should have an FTP client. I recommend not using FTP. If you're going to use FTP, make sure you use the use the FTPS. That's a secure one. Or much better, you should really use SSH, or at least use SFTP, which most even shared hostings should at least provide that to you. Or if you're going to do or if you're using some type of control panel, use that instead. Don't use FTP, because what FTP does is it broadcasts your username and password in plain text, meaning that anybody sniffing around, they'll be able to see your username and password for FTP. So you don't want that. Okay, so let's go back to here, installation. So this is the back office, and this is the front. So let's look at the front first. Oh, I do have a password here, so I don't want to get rid of this page, because just in case I forget my password. So let's look at the front end first. Why can't I go to the front end? Okay, so this is the front end, and you see it did create some sample products. Like you see here, some t-shirts. Actually, it looks really good. I like this, and has some. I like the way it looks. I always liked PrestaShop. It was a little wonky in the past, so that's really, really, really good. So I said this is the sample products. So let me actually go and see what they put in the legal notice. Okay, nothing there. Delivery, terms of use. I guess that's remove some text about us. I really like the way this is. Wow, really nice. Bestsellers, new products. Yeah, I like the way this really looks. I might actually steal some of these ideas for my ojumboshop.com. Really, really, really nice. I like that. Okay, so this is the front of this site. Oh, it also has wow. Let me see if the translations. Does it translate? Wow, interesting. Very interesting. Wow, look at that. It translated the wow, just built right into it. That is amazing. Let's go back to English. I'm really, that's amazing. That's really, I've never seen like translations built right in. So, it looks so nice. This is really pretty. I'm impressed with the front end. Okay, so let's log into the back end. Let's go to the back end here. And yeah, you see another thing it does itself is it doesn't use admin. It obviously tries to obfuscate it by using some weird characters here. So I'll show before we log in here. I want to show you. So obviously, you see, this is the admin folder. So that will be your admin. So if you ever forget it, just log in with either some type of file manager, SFTP, or the cPanel's file manager, and you'll be able to determine which one is your admin backend area. So this is it here. And so to log in, it uses why can't I type in here? I guess okay, just typing. I think it was Edward at jamboshow.local, and my password. So we log in here. Oh, perfect. So there we go. Oh, even the overview, the dashboard looks nice. Such a really nice. I haven't seen. I'm not going to talk about one of the competitors, but this looks really, really nice. So this is just the default. Remember, I haven't installed any other modules. It's just the default. So you see that. Very nice. You can see the abandoned carts. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen any e-commerce site, even the proprietary ones, have your abandoned carts like right built in without you doing anything. That is really, really good. So your orders, exchanges, this is really, really nice. Did I tell you I'm impressed? Okay, so let's go quickly over this. So the advanced parameters here. This is more for administrators. I can see the database. You can see the email. For example, when you go to email, obviously, you can send emails to customer service. So by default, it's going to use the send mail. And then, or you can set up your own SMTP. So for example, if you're installing this on a domain where maybe it's a different domain than the main one for example, like I have ojumbo.com. Let's say I'm hosting other domains on the same server. So let's say this one was called, let's say this was jumboshow.com, but it's .local. So by using sendmail, it automatically use jumboshow.local as the sender. The problem with this is that if you haven't done anything with your DNS, it will end up in spam folders. So you might want to use an SMTP, because that's basically the problem with SMTP is that you see here you need to enter some credentials here, and I think this is fine because it doesn't save it as a plain text password. I think it saves this information in your database. So it's most likely, at least the password and stuff should be at least hashed or some type of encryption. So that's fine. And then you can see here it never send emails, obviously, if you're testing. So just leave the default there. Let's go to administration here. I think, yeah, so it's lifetime front cookies. Yeah, wow, this is really, really in there. So let's see what else. Not performance, database. Let's go to the database here. So SQL Manager, how to create a new query, add new query. When saving the query, select SQL command is allowed. So how do I create a new one? Is this here? Refresh list, show query, export SQL Manager. Why would I need add a new one? So why would I need to add a new one? Oh, so you can check all the tables there. I'll just do this in PHPMyAdmin, but this is a good way if you don't have access to PHPMyAdmin. So for example, let's pick something that PS cart here. So let's say show cart. No, show all carts. Show all carts. So I can say select all from PS. Remember, that's our prefix, cart. And I got that obviously from here. See the list of MySQL tables. So let me save this. Okay, so here's one. This is how to run it. We can export it. Can I run this? How do I run this? Oh, here we go. So you click it, it automatically runs, and you can see this is the ID for the table and the group. So it shows me all this, and it shows me also the dates, the date were added and date were updated. So this is one way to, I know if you need to do that, but for my particular use case, unless I didn't have access to the command line or to this control panel to use PHP admin, my personal use, I wouldn't need this. But if I need to explain things to a customer, this is actually not a bad thing to have. And of course, you can back up your database. I would personally do this on a command line, but this is not a bad option to have, especially because customers most likely will be in the back end here, dealing with orders and things. So that's good. So how do I delete this now? Oh, delete. There we go. So delete that. Okay, the logs. Who logged in, obviously here, what that person has done, and you can see it shows everything I've done. My recommendation here is, this is not bad. I would probably just have one big report showing everything I've done, but this is not a bad idea. Maybe like split this up like a JSON file, so that way you can imagine I'm just going through quickly here. Now you can imagine a regular employee, every little thing they do you really need to know that? I don't know. Right, but that's where we are. So I created and deleted one. Okay, errors. Okay, that's fine. So let's go to shop parameters. General. I don't want to spend too much time here. So general, obviously, remember I enabled the SSL, NSL on all pages. This should be default for any store. And you can now enable multi-store. So multi-store, this is what this means is that you can have, for example, again, if you have multiple domains like jumboshop.com or jumboservices.com, you could have a multi-store. And the way so if I enable it, you can see you can pick a specific one. The way this all work is you would have one main store. That's basically where you log in all the time. Then after that, you could have the other stores. So maybe we can, if there's if you guys want me to actually set one up, let me know. I can also do it for WordPress as well. I think they call theirs multi-site. Okay, so international localization. So you can pick one, for example, and then I think these countries like Western countries usually have taxes, so that's why you do here. See locations. Right now, it's all enabled. So obviously, when you run an e-commerce store, I don't think I need to tell you guys this. You want to restrict some of the countries. Usually, scammers do that as well. This is really, really impressive. Usually, when I set this type of stuff up in any e-commerce store, it's always a pain to do this because I have to do stuff kind of manually. I'm actually blown away that PrestaShop, maybe because I installed the default things, it already comes with that. I am extremely impressed. So let me just go here. So let me actually search for Canada. There we go. None of it. So there we go. And obviously taxes. Does it have taxes built in? Wow, it does. I can't explain to you how impressive I am. I'm impressed. So for example, here in Canada, if you're not using HST, you need to, depending on where you are, you might have to have two taxes. One is the provincial tax and one is the federal GST tax. And you can see, for example, in BC, they stopped using the HST, I think, after 1 month. So you can see it's 7%, and then you'd have to charge, you have to charge the Canada one, which is the GST, which is also 5%. Is it 5%? No, it's I think it's 5% if I'm correct. Yeah, I think it's 5%. Yeah, I think it's 5%. Yeah, here, Canada. So Canada, it's 5%. And then, for example, if I was in BC, I would pay the 5% Canada one. That this is always mandatory. And then you have the 7%. So a total will be 12%. So for example, in Ontario, where's Ontario here? See, Ontario, this is actually wrong. You're not supposed to charge two taxes. So in Ontario, you don't actually charge the Canada one. You just charge HST. So they're a little bit maybe outdated here. Those are type of things where you hire someone like myself who understands this, and I'll be able to fix that for you. Also, you need to know that on some particular products, you don't actually charge the GST. So that makes it even more complicated, because then what you need to do is, I'll probably have to test this out later, is that, for example, like children's clothing, and for example, like apparel, like shoes, you don't charge the GST on it. So that means that if somebody, for example, buys a teenager's boot or shoes, a pair of shoes, and then for babies and stuff, then you can see you need to do some other type of calculations. Okay, and then translations. This is the one that actually impresses me even more. So you can modify your own, and it's enabled. Wow, I am really impressed with this. Okay, so let's go to payments. I'm wondering what payment method they have installed. So you can do so you need to, for example, if you want to do a PayPal or some other stuff, you clearly need to create a model or purchase a model, or get someone like me to create one for you. Okay, and let's say preferences. Okay, that doesn't matter. Let's go to shipping, carriers. So I guess you can, we can add new carrier. I wonder if there's some built in. Oh, just put a name here. These are manual ones. Okay, that's fine. What else here? That's shipping. What is design? The theme and logo. Okay, you can change the theme on this, I guess, template. You can change your logo here. Header logo, I guess, is a banner. Main logo and fav icon. Okay. Oh, invoice. This is for the invoice. There's an invoice logo as well. This is for the header, and this is what it looks like. Oh, this is because I'm using the classic version 2.2.0. So you can change, obviously, you can also change layouts here. You can add a new theme. Let me see if this theme's actually installed in here. Oh, yeah. So you need to go and import it. FTP, man. They really need to get away from this. You need to get away from that. Okay, so as you can see here, you can create pages. Right now, there's this page's delivery, legal notice, and etc. So actually, let me go to the. Actually, I'll edit this one, the delivery one. So delivery. Oh, SEO preview. Oh, I like this. You can have the meta title, meta description. I love this. The keywords there, and then you can type stuff in here. Then, for example, let's say your park shipment for ojumboshow.local. So let's save and preview. Okay, that doesn't make sense. It didn't do anything. So I guess I have to go to, I think it was delivery. I changed it. Yeah, here we go. See a pack shipment for jumboshow.local. Okay, I don't know if that was a bug. You said the preview. There was no preview. Okay, so I can cancel here. All right, and so you can add new pages. Actually, let me edit that page again. Does it show me where to position it? Title, indexation by search engines, set to no, displayed equals yes. So but how do I like change the order? Oh, position, here we go. So if you notice, if we go back to the front here, under our company, it says a delivery. So if I want to change the position here, I would go to pages and change it here. You see where it says one done. You can just, can I just drag and drop? Oops, I want to see if I can just drag and drop. Oh, no, I can't. Oh yeah, I can. I can drag this and drop it down here, for example. There we go. And auto saves. So if I go back to the front and This hard-coded? Delivery is still on top. I'm guessing this must be hard-coded. Oh no, delivery still has an ID of 1, so I'm guessing it goes by ID. It doesn't go by the position. Okay, so what else is here? So email theme. Oh, I like this as well. So you can also pick a specific theme. Well, this is most e-commerce platforms that let you. So, example, you have the classic and the modern one, and then you have the pages. You can design them here. Okay, and then we have positions, and then image settings. Let me see what this one does. Okay, so you can change all this here, and link list, stats we talked about, customer service. This unfortunately an item sort of is out of stock. I love this. I really, really, really like this. I am really impressed. And then the catalog is our product. So let's actually pick a product here. I'll just go to edit just to show you. So obviously it's simple enough. You put your description. You can put the English and the French. Oh, this is really smart. Wow. I like this very much. And then details. Oh, you can even put a barcode. Wow. UPC or EAN. Wow. And you can have features. I am super, super, super impressed with this. Stock here, shipping. And you put this should be mandatory. You should always have, if you enable some shipping, you should always put the width and height and pricing. Wow, I am SEO stuff and options. Wondering where the categories are. Oh, here, product name, products. Okay. Details, features, customization. You can add a customization for that one. That's fine. That's great. And there's brand here and related product. Oh yeah, the categories are here. So home, accessories, and you can add another one here. Simply click them out if you don't want it. I am really impressed here. Obviously, categories. You can create your own more categories here. What is monitoring? Oh, that's when you have products. Wow! I can't. I keep on saying wow. I'm actually impressed. I don't impress easily with this, especially with the old versions of PrestaShop. This has really impressed me. Yeah, for the first time, I can actually. No, that's not true. Way back, I think in 2015, I did recommend PrestaShop, and I am blown away. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wow. Okay. So I'm just blown away with this. So you saw how easy it is to install PrestaShop. All you need is PHP, some type of web server. It could be Apache or Nginx. And obviously you need some type of database. It has to be MySQL compatible, either MySQL itself, or you can get MariaDB or Pecona or any of the forks of it. And you also, so I can, let me log out of here. So I sign out. And go back to the article. So the article is on jumbo.com/install-PrestaShop-online-shop. The links, it will also be in the description there. So a quick reminder that I host a live stream every day. Simply visit ojambo.com, then you go to the watch live menu, and then you can see the current one or the one that's upcoming, and it will also have estimated date and time. For example, right at the top here, you see there will always be a code snippet. It will tell you this will stay up until the live stream is over. So, for example, this one for today, you see it has the date, it has the time, and then you click on this and it will take you to whatever channel I'm using for the live stream, and you'll be able to participate by asking questions. If you don't wish to do that, you can simply just scroll down where it says "or watch below." You just scroll down and you'll be able to watch it live here. Okay, so Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. And if you also enjoy this, consider supporting me. You can simply purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. You can enroll my programming courses at ojamboshop.com. You can buy one of my program books and Amazon. Search for @ojambo. Links are in the description. Hiring me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com, or you can become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. You see there's a donate here, and much easier, it's in the header. A donate button is right there. It's a fixed header. You can click that at any time. Convenience. Okay, so thank you. I'll see you in the next one.